guys and gals, Nary here for Drake Wayne Gaming. If so, some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with the Let's Play episode of After Passion. So, y'all, the first episode of this series was a huge success. I got like 1,100 views in a single day. Like, that's pretty awesome. But yeah, so come on. It's clear y'all want to see more of this, so here I am. Who am I to deny my viewers what they really want? So, let's go ahead and jump right back into it. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Alright. Oh, wait. They actually have voices. What? No, no, no! This is not going to be doing my job for me. Y'all don't have voices in here. This is my town. Anyway. And then I saw Nick dragging his luggage over toward it from the bus stop. He told me what he told you, about Zephyr. I asked him if he had a place to stay or if he was just booted out onto the streets. Go on. He told me Zephyr wouldn't let him get his portion of their money from the ATM with their card. Can you believe that? I scoff. What a scrub. I bet Nick's portion makes up 100% of the money in that account. Zephyr has never been well received by anyone in Nick's immediate family, and honestly for good reason. Suddenly Nate's sniffing the air. Oh, do you smell fish? Oh yeah, I forgot all about the dinner. I point over toward the romantic display sitting just 15 feet away. I made dinner. I was going to surprise you with your favorite for our anniversary. Oh, Wolfric, that's so sweet. I'm sorry. I didn't even consider you might have done something like this, and now... It's alright. I know it would be awkward and kind of rude to continue this while Nick is here. I'll ditch the candles and reportion it to the 3 plates and offer him some. I'm sorry again, and thank you, Wolfric. Nate leans in and kisses me on the cheek. Chapter 3, Comfort, Apartment, 9 p.m. It's been a few hours since Nick arrived, and we've all been just sitting at the table in the dining room drinking. None of us have to work tomorrow since it's Saturday, but Nate still goes in to check on his shop for a few hours in the middle of the day. Still, Nick is getting plastered. I get it, with the breakup and his money being basically held hostage. Stinky, matted fur bitch couldn't even handle an ounce of criticism. He's been at it for a while. That limp-knotted fucker better not show his face right now. Shouldn't we be calming him down? Seemingly on a similar wavelength, Nate reaches a hand out to Nick and pats his shoulder. I know, hun. I know, hun. We're here. It'll be okay. He shows up. We've got your... Dear, that slimy-ass nose-ass. Shit was awful. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, he slept with my coworker. Hold up. That's still too loud. It's still too loud. No, game. No, game. You're not going to do my job. Let's volume walker. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, there you go. All must be 1 in the volume. Okay. He did that shit and claimed it was to help me out. That's horrible. What kind of man cheats on their partner? I'm not gonna miss that stupid shit he used to pull. I made most of the money, you know. And he still belittled me. I was like, I'll need some water. Constant remarks like you're my little dragon and let your wolf handle things. You're so fragile. I always hated that shit. He'd set himself above me in everything. Oh, that seems abusive. It sounds like he isolated you too. Well, yeah. He made me stop talking to other people unless he liked them. He'd tell me I was his and nobody else could have me. Like, I'm my own person. I can't stand that shit. Wolves can get a bit territorial. It's a part of the appeal, but that sounds extreme. I only do that because you said you want me to. Nate looks my way as if trying to act as though he heard me. As though he heard me, but is focused on Nick. Oh, 1 second, now. Yes, and he's always walking around and all musky and sweaty like, boy, you stink! I know, it's not appealing. Hey, you said you liked my musk. Yeah, love, that's alright. Is he even listening to me? You should have said something. Oh, and don't even get me started on the constant need to look my best physically, otherwise people compare us. Oh, hon, tell me about it. I couldn't keep it up. My sanity would have snapped before my body did. I love your body regardless. Fuck Zephyr, honestly. He definitely isn't listening. God damn it, he gets me so worked up. Have I been awful to Nate? There are problems I'm seeing now that I think I could have seen sooner if I hadn't been looking at, well, us from the outside. Yeah, Zephyr has committed a long list of terrible deeds, and thankfully Nick is finally out of that relationship. Still, while I'm not nearly the abusive asshole Zephyr is, I feel like there's a line between us, and I am dancing on the very first treadings of it. More than that, Nate has been so different lately, and it's starting to worry me. Nick, hon, calm down. He's not here and you're safe. Nate, do you think we could talk on the balcony for a minute? Nate looks at me with a concerned expression. I stand up to walk out the balcony door. Nate pats Nick on the shoulder and stands up to follow. Hey, love, what's up? Am I that bad? I see the confusion on his face. What are you talking about? Nate, you can barely listen to me or focus on me lately. Have I been driving you away? His eyes widen. He looks away for a moment. I don't think this is the best time to... I shake my head. Neither of us are nearly as plastered as Nick. If there's ever a time, it's going to be now. You had me thinking you enjoyed the stereotypical wolf boyfriend things, and I'm just now finding out on our third anniversary that you don't? Well, it's not that I don't enjoy them. There are aspects that are very appealing to me, but sometimes the expectations of that kind of relationship get rough. But I don't have any expectations of you, Nate. I just want to love you. Well, frick, you don't have to expect them of me. You being... Nate no emotions to all of me. Well, you puts this image of a put couple together into people's minds. A wolf with an amazing body and that musk, and his partner who must be a cute little submissive bottom. It's always Wolfric makes the big bucks, and Nate must be his trophy husband, or wow, Nate, you must love having such a strong and protective wolf for a husband. Everyone around us says this stuff, and everyone else holds the expectations against me for you, but you've never seemed to notice. I'm stunned. Is his confidence taking blows from everyone all the time like this? Now that I think back, I understand what he means. If anything, he used to make remarks about this sort of thing. I guess I took them at face value and tried to make myself the most wolf-esque man for him. I don't remember him actually saying he wanted me to do that. I look into Nate's eyes. I need to express what I feel now. It feels more like you ignore me all the time. You put your causes first, and I love that you care. But sometimes you get so invested that you forget to do things I need help with, or outright don't listen when I try to communicate. Do I really? I guess I hadn't noticed. Well, that was earlier. You got so drawn into the news broadcast that you forgot to order lunch. And I tried to make it up by making dinner for us, and that got ruined. Ruined? My apologies for helping out my cousin. So sorry to interrupt dinner, but... No, that's not the issue, Nate. I don't care that we're helping Nick. I'm upset that I couldn't make the night romantic for us. Nate is silent, and I can see his eyes welling up. I hate fighting with him, and it feels like we're heading that way. There's just hell with Nick. Don't get me wrong. I love you, and your family will always be welcome. You just barely even acknowledged that I was there. It made me feel like I was eavesdropping while you guys were taking pot shots at wolves in general. One second, y'all. It is water time. Throat's very dry, staying hydrated. It hurt, Nate. Oh, I guess that was all pretty hurtful, yeah. I'm sorry. I guess I feel like sometimes you make all the decisions for us while we were part of the resistance against the former High King Emperor Rexford. What? What? Where did that come? Oh my God, where did that come from? I was hailed as some chosen one, but it always felt like you did everything up until the last second. I guess after we succeeded in overthrowing him and helped assign Lycanus to the throne, I felt like I needed something of my own to focus on. I feel like I am missing a large part of this story. Holy shit. Like, oh my God, like this world has some mythology behind it. The flower shop helped, but there was something missing. Wait, what the fuck? The flower shop helped them overthrow the last emperor, or what? That's not what he means. Damn. Holy shit, that's one formidable flower shop. I love flowers, don't get me wrong. Nate's eyes are aglow. His brow is furrowed, he's intent. I miss this look. He had it all the time back then. But there's just isn't any passion in that for me. Fighting for these causes, there's something I can do to make a change, and I'm in control of leading the charge. I smile, seeing him full of life. I suppose I have been the one to take charge a lot. I still let him take the reins every now and again. I know that. Not allowing him to be able to handle a situation is unfair to him. Nate, you're right. I shouldn't take control from you like that. I'm sorry. I promise, I'll work on that. I love who you are so much. I guess I just need to take a step back sometimes and let you be that man. Nate smiles and comes closer. He takes my hand in his. We'll get there, Wolfric. We'll get there. For the record, I don't always want you to give me the reins. We need to handle things together, too. And I will do my best to listen to you more. I didn't realize I had started to ignore you. I'm sorry, Wolfric. We share a hug, then a kiss. After we head back inside, Nick is nowhere to be found. At first, Nate has a look of worry, but that fades quickly. We hear him in the bathroom through the walls. Uh-oh. I turn to Nate and chuckle. He smirks at me and shrugs. Oh, God. Chapter 4. Passion. Bedroom. 12:05 a.m. Oh, no! Oh, no, it's the very, very not safe for work part, I bet. Oh, God, the last part of the video, too. Nate and I are lying in bed, about a foot apart. It's been about 2.5 hours since we both helped Nick to bed. Nate wiped the puke from his face with a washcloth, and I carried him to his bedroom. Nick didn't fuss much, and in his state he fell asleep pretty quickly. Nate and I left his door cracked open a bit as well as our own, just in case he ended up needing us. I want everything to go back to normal. Nate got in bed and immediately turned away from me. I thought our talk would have helped, but this is the same thing he's been doing for a few months now. I miss him. He's so close yet so far. Might be a bit selfish, but I haven't gotten a really good night's sleep in so long. I want to pull him close, just hold him tight. And I know it will take time, but I need to feel him against me. I hear something outside the room and listen carefully. A sniffle and some shuffling. The sound of the balcony door sliding open. Nate? He stirs in his sleep and turns towards me. Thankfully, he's a light sleeper. What happened? I think Nick is up. I heard sniffling. He sighs and gets up from bed. Well, I should go check on him. I turn to get out of bed myself. Second, y'all. It is water time. That's 3-minute stretch, y'all. Let's do it. I turn to get out of bed. You're coming with? Of course. It's your cousin. He looks away and smiles. That's so sweet. You mean it when you said we're taking care of him, huh? I nod and put my hands on his shoulder, locking eyes with him. Yes, I do. This is important to you, and that means it's important to me. Wolfric, you don't need to worry about my causes. I sigh and caress his cheek. Even if it's your cause, I want to help you. I want to help you because I care about you. There's nothing I'd rather do than support you, even in the middle of the night. And I won't be able to sleep without you anyway. He smiles and holds my hand against his cheek. He nods to me and we walk off to find Nick. Oh my God. Wow, that is a crazy rainbow-colored bathrobe? Is that a rainbow-colored bathrobe? My goodness. That's the thumbnail. Dragon wearing rainbow-colored bathrobe. Yep. This content just makes itself, folks. We find him on the balcony, wrapped in a bathrobe and eyes wet with tears. Nick, sweetie, oh no! Nate moves to hug Nick. Move the other side of him and rub his shoulder to soothe him. Why is it so hard for me to just love him, for him to just love me? His voice is shaky and strained. He doesn't sound drunk anymore, but now... I did everything and gave everything I could for him. You would think it would be enough for anybody, but with him nothing will ever be enough. Nick sobs onto Nate's shoulder. A moment passes and it seems like Nate can't think of something to say. I decide to give him a nudge. Zephyr brings out the worst in everybody. Wolfric... I hold my hand up for Nate to wait. When our eyes meet, I make a pleading expression. I need to say what I have to say. Nate nods and turns his attention back to Nick. Don't I know it? But not you, Nick. Not you. Ever. What? He gasps when I see his eyes move to meet mine. His tears break free from his eyelids and drip onto Nate's shoulder. I mean it. You really were always a bright, happy ray of sunshine any time we ever saw you two together. If there's one thing I know about you, it's that you never ever let others down, let others get you down. That's the thing I always think about whenever Nate brings you up. It's inspiring, really. Nate looks to me as Nick seems to be processing and thinking about what my meaning might be. Nate nods as he seems to catch on. I used a similar speech when we overthrew former High King Emperor Rexford. Again, with that name. This one has just turned around to be positive. I nod to Nate for him to take the reins. He smiles at me. Yeah, Nick, he's right. After everything he's done and after all things he put you through, you stayed positive and joyful. That's something I always think about. Whenever I'm having a bad day or whenever someone hurts me, I remember how positive your outlook on everything is. Nick. Nick wipes his tears and looks at Nate. Yes? The best thing about you brings out the best in others so often that it starts to become the best part in them. Nate hugs Nick. You're worth so much to so many people. Us, for example. You're more than enough for Wolfric and me. If you aren't enough for him, then he doesn't deserve you. Nick is sniffling, but he nods. Thank you. Both of you. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.